Hey, welcome to module number 2 of Ecom Entrepreneurs Academy. In this module, I'll be discussing finding hot selling product opportunities on Amazon.com. And in this lesson specifically, lesson 2.1, we'll be discussing categories and products to disregard. So there are several categories within which there are different types of products on Amazon.com. And many of those categories actually do not apply to the business model that I'm teaching you, which is the private labeling physical products business model. So these categories that you see currently are not applicable and don't apply to the business model, and so we're going to avoid these categories altogether. So that includes or involves ebooks, books, apps, music, video, all that stuff we're not going to touch. On the other hand, the categories that we will focus on and that we will try to sell our own private labeled products in are all of these. And these are actually the best physical product selling categories on Amazon anyway. These are the opportunistic categories that we need to focus on selling our private labeled physical products. Just a quick note here that some categories do require approval, and the most common example that I use for this is the beauty category. What that basically means is that you need to take a couple of additional steps to actually be able to sell your private labeled product in that category. It's not a big deal, it's nothing to worry about. I just wanted to kind of make that note as a disclaimer that there are certain categories that you will need to obtain approval from Amazon before you're able to sell your products. Next, there are also products that we will disregard or avoid as part of this course. And the reason we're going to avoid certain products is because they are in markets in which there is an extremely high level of competition. There are tons of sellers. Not only are there tons of sellers, but many of them have what is known as optimized listings, and we're going to talk more in detail about that later in this module. And also many of the sellers have tons and tons of reviews, hundreds to thousands of reviews. Okay, so these are established product niches, and based on my knowledge and experience and what I've seen with other people, do not go into any one of these products that you see right now on the screen. Okay, completely avoid these. These are the 27 products to avoid. So completely disregard these products, avoid these products altogether. And no matter how attractive these products look, based on the criteria that we're going to go through in this module, do not do not decide to do any one of these products. Trust me, it's just there's too much competition. It's too tough to be able to compete with those who are established and with the so many sellers selling that same product. Just avoid it altogether. Look for other products. So you can download this list of 27 products in a PDF form below this video. Also, one final note in this lesson with regards to products to avoid is that just because I only have 27 products to avoid on the screen doesn't mean that there are more out there. There are definitely products out there that I may not have found or remembered that are not on the list, but you may find. And actually later in this module, I'm going to show you how to identify those listings. Okay, so I don't want you to come back to me and say, oh, well, I went with a product that's not one of the 27 and there's just an extreme level of competition. You should, after going through this module, be able to recognize that yourself. So even if a product is not on this list of 27, you can actually start making your own list. If you see this product market is completely full of competition, high level of reviews, competition, and optimized listings, then you should be able to see and recognize that yourself and make that informed decision and judgment call yourself. Okay, so that ends this lesson 2.1. Let's get into the product selection criteria. That's next, lesson 2.2.